Welcome back to my channel. My name is NutRaisin. We are playing even more PLO 20 on runadvance.eu, Phil Gelfond's poker site. And let's... We got 4 tables open. Let's take a look at PLO pool. There's 5 entries at PLO 10, 25 at PLO 20 and 31 at PLO 50 and another 5 entries at PLO 200. So not too shabby. Also 21 entries at NL 200, 8 at NL 500, 8 at NL 100, 19 at NL 20, 5 at NL 10, 19 at NL 4. Things are looking fine on round ones. Still a small site, but you know, it's barely 8 weeks old at this point. First part of today's stream has of course been all kinds of exciting with the raid by Jane is happening once again. Certainly had me smiling for a long time. And then Trantosk raided us as well, bringing another 100 viewers with him. And things got lively. They shall remain quiet with the Sando on table 1, I think. Yeah. What the deuce? 32 viewers, really? Okay, well... Thanks for tuning back in, wow. I feel watched. That's quite a thing. Let's see if I can't provide some action. The first stream ended with us being down 1 buy-in in total. So certainly got the money in bad once or twice, but all in all, very happy with my play, I think. A few too optimistic calls, but a few decent bluffs to balance it out, and yeah, so far so good. Knocking on wood and all that. Right, so definitely folding this. Folding this as well. Let's watch the Splash Pot mania here. I have a feeling there's one table that doesn't quite want to cooperate. Let's move in another one. Ooh! Them aces make their first appearance. And also, you know, a smaller ooh, but still nice. The 9988 double suited. Okay. We have the flush draw as well, so sure. Not worried about anything that might happen here. Take it down on table 3 with the double paired, double suited hand. Oh, no fair. And speaking of double paired hands, the Queen 8-8 here. I wonder if this should be a raise. Let's go for it. Check it out. I'm not folding, so I can, if he comes over top, so I might as well check it out now. That's fine. I should be folding, but you know, now that I see that I wouldn't have, I would have stuck to my guns there. And having all the queens is certainly helpful when it comes to seeing a jack-jack board. Yeah, so I blocked all the queen jacks. Of course, you know, getting re-raised is gonna mean that I'm gonna have to take the next exit. Hey, Folds! Welcome back, and thanks for the good luck. Always appreciate it. I'm starting to be a little bit sad that I cannot use my own emotes just yet. They seem to be still in the queue to be approved by Twitch. Not there yet, apparently. That's quite nice. So is this, wow. What a nice hand. Queen, jack over there. Neato. watch this first. Flash the Pot Mania. Very often very entertaining. Not this time. Yeah, I got a nice hand here, get re-raised, and we have to hit a set, right? I don't know what move is here. I guess if the other one was a raised fold, then this probably is the same. But I decided not to. And now it is what it is. Okay. Took it down on table 2, by the way, with the pre-flop raise there. Oh, let's check this one out. No, just a call in that case. There's just so much to wrap your head around in PLO. I mean, if it gets folded to us, sure, the 3 isn't really helpful. But it's double suited. The 9-10 in there is always nice to have. Jack 10, 9-10 type of combos. I would very much like to see a turn here, and him checking is definitely helpful in that regard. You know, given the speed he checked with, a few fine betting this. Took down another hand with a queen high flush on another table. Spider Void, hey! Now I'm not sure if it should be welcome or welcome back to the channel. I think welcome to the channel. In any case, I appreciate you keeping me and keeping us company. Okay, took that one down, taking this one down as well, and here in a splash pot. I'm curious to think what I should do if he comes over the top. I think come over the top again, possibly. Probably just fold, actually, thinking about it. Check that one out again as well, I mean. No, raise fold. Okay, cool. I'm blocking Queen Jack. I'm not blocking Jack 10. Do with a gutter and no flush draw. I'm the 3 better though, so I think I'll be checking this board all that often. Quite a funny turn. Of course I block the nuts, I don't block a king 9. Start by checking. I'm not folding. That's for sure. Flop decent up here. Although I do not have a single club in my hand. And speaking about, talking about decent, let's hope he does have that Jack 10. Be quite nice. No, okay. I think I still have so much equity here. I can justify yet another bet. Although I'm trying to work on my betting and c-betting range, try to tone it down a little. I'm not quite sure in what spots yet. Definitely need to look into that. Just generally I feel that I c-bet a little bit too much. I think that is an okay call. Side cards are decently connected. Definitely some stuff that can happen. This is stuff, but, you know, not necessarily what we're looking for. Do have a gutter backdoor flush, but still. Like with the pair and all the other stuff, maybe. Nope. Live again, indeed. Indeed, I have a tough time, you know, not streaming. Beast mode! Man, I would love to show off my new emotes. I think they're quite nice. Reworked the Shazam and added 2 more. But alas, Twitch is still holding back on me. Yep, still no change. I keep clicking the icon here in the chat every once in a while, hoping to see them. Not just yet, though. What happens up here? Nothing is what happens. Decent pot down here. We certainly folded wisely. Yeah, you know, as per schedule, Horstico, I'm trying to keep the schedule a little bit. And also I'm taking most of the day off tomorrow. I'll be only streaming at night, very likely. And put in some study time. We'll do that on Tuesdays and Thursdays for now. 654 sleepy. I think I'll wait for a little bit of a better spot. Works for me. What I'm gonna do here, I think raising is the way to go, right? A decent hand. And if it should be a fold against the raise, I think so. Wouldn't be blocking kings, the 9-5 are quite far apart from one another. As a wash, this board could be good for either one of us, so I'll just check it for now. Should I get the chance? Okay. He has top and middle pair. A pretty draw heavy board. Okay. That's not a bad card at all. So very likely he doesn't have 6-7, right? So I think the most likely candidate to beat us at this point would be 9-8. Hey, there's no law saying he couldn't have 6-5, but all in all, I think I'm gonna call him. Whole bunch of stuff missed here. That's one of them. Neato. Right, and thanks for the feedback in the poll and on the Twitch page, by the way. I take heed of it, and I'm now showing mostly one table. I'm not doing the 4-table view anymore, since this seems to be the preferred mode for basically everybody who voted. And yeah, it was in the back of my mind, I was wondering about what-if scenarios. I was wondering if this should be a raise call or raise fold. I'm tentatively leaning towards raise fold. I mean, the being suited to the ace isn't as important single two ways, but I'll fold it and check it out. MP versus cutoff it was. Was it ace deuce, I think, right? Right. And it's either way. It is... either way. Either way is fine. Raise call is fine, raise fold is fine. So with that in the back of my mind, I will, alternate between the two. Du Strick. That's pretty much the worst day of poker you can have if you have fun players at your table, but you can't get any good action, you can't get anything going. I'm genuinely sorry to hear that, man. Had to quit, and good call on that. Not because, watching the channel, but because you will quit, if it's not your day, then... Oh, I'm just gonna check this. Then forcing it is probably the wrong way to go about it. So even though, the other thing is terrible, good on you for doing that then. On my end, things are awesome. You saw that I got rated twice today. I had a whole bunch of viewers in the channel. Already there are 24 of you watching, which is just amazing. And yeah, results-wise, I'm not too unhappy. I was down one buy-in up until now. Slowly working my way up. Ah, Lord, I have a pet-related emergency. Nothing really bad, but I need to take care of something. I'm really sorry. I need to be AFK for 4 or 5 minutes. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, as I said, nothing bad, but something that needs to be taken care of. I'd rather spare you the details. I'll be back in a few minutes. Sorry. Right, sorry about that, but thanks for sticking around, everyone. That is very nice of you. Oh, and thanks for taking care of business there, Real. And also welcome back to the stream. Yeah, all good. What do you expect to make in terms of BB 100? Honestly, I can't answer that because I haven't played a lot of, you know, the last 8 weeks or the first 8 weeks that I've played proper PLO as in not short stacked. And the first month, obviously, I ran like God, meaning like before any like before the deposit bonus, like 70 buy-ins with the deposit bonus, and streamer rakeback well over 100 buy-ins. I think it's really thin. And yeah, so I don't really have a number for you there. I'll ask again in a couple of weeks now. I'll happily give answer as soon as I have more details. Right now, if it helps you, ever since I moved up to PLO 20, so 1.5, 2 weeks now, I first went on the by now familiar moving up downswing, which I always get whenever I move up in stakes. It's just something I've come to accept. Ooh, talking about accepting stuff. So this is nice, and having the nuts here is also pretty sweet. And get called, this is awesome. Right, and now I'm still down like 5 binds, but basically I'm breaking even on PLO 20 right now. And although I don't think that is because I am playing bad or anything, I'm certainly making my fair share of mistakes, don't get me wrong. But I really got unlucky with how the dealer has been treating me in a bunch of spots. Nothing unlucky about this, we're not really getting free rolled unless he has a straight in a set. So here I'm gonna let it go. Okay, what you got? Same thing, fair enough. He shouldn't raise then, I think. He should just call and save ourselves, save us both some rake. Oh, and also shout out to the Queen of Diamonds, I hope. In case you're still in the channel, my lady. I hope things are going well on your quest for your Twitch. For the streamer reward level. Certainly enjoy the attitude you have in your stream immensely. A very easygoing and very positive person, that Queen of Diamonds. So by all means, do check her out. Quite enjoyable to watch. Yeah. Weird. So it's not that I don't want to give an answer, I just can't really right now for the reasons I just said. Okay, that's nice. The ragged hand. Don't make it a... well, make it a 10 by all means. And also STPM, Splash the Pot Maniac at half stack. Maybe should be part of the note. And you know, in terms of binds, I'm actually up since since PLO 20 came, because I made a bunch of binds at PLO 10 in the same time when there weren't any tables going or when I was goofing around off stream. Speaking of goofing around, I am closing the action, sure. Oh, what do you know? Please let me get the check raise in, that is very kind of you. Kippery, why? Welcome back, my friend. Why can't you get to the table? It's work? I guess it's work. Over here we flop, you know, don't flop horribly. He folds on table 1, unfortunately. And we turn nice. Waiting for 6 tables? I'm waiting and wait. Ah, I see. I see. Hang on, I think I can help with that. I'd rather put it in chat than have you wait for 90 seconds, 180 seconds there. Damn it, should have kept my mouth shut. You know, I don't need to play with Kippery at the tables. Because he's a fierce player, much better player than I am for sure. Teaching for poker strategy. So if you're looking to watch a channel where you can watch someone play who has the ins and outs of PLO pretty much figured out, then check out Kippery. Finnish low stakes professional, long-time coach for poker strategy, and I believe other places as well. This is quite alright. Suits me just fine. Okay, let's go for it. We do block, you know, all the sets. Nice. Oh, it's nice to not get re-raised in this spot when it starts to get iffy. Then you're hoping you're splitting, by the way, basically. Like the best case scenario then. Is it me or is my voice? It's not going, but might be something up with that. Let's hope not. So, chipping up on all tables. Up 1 buy-in in total. Which means we're now breaking even for the day, for now. I like it. I dig it. And also digging, seeing a very healthy 45 entries at PLO 20, 39 at PLO 50, 6 at PLO 200, and a whole bunch of players at no limit, 25 at no limit 200, 8 at no limit 500. Very nice. Ooh, what's going on here? Wait, what? Okay, raise, re-raise, and then cold call, I guess, or something like that. Yeah. That's the thing, and it's happening. So let's watch. Just call. How can you just call here? I don't understand it at all. There's no calling there. Just going all in or folding. Aces. Well, I mean, flopping 2 pair on that board isn't necessarily a reason to be sad, but yeah, not a happy spot for aces. Always hate to see aces lose. Just a little bit. Let's put more money in. Shall we? Can certainly call a re-raise with a beautifully double suited Queen 10 9 8 on the button. Took it down on table 4 with the raise in case I. There's a Kippery.com. You're trolling me, right? Also, no links. Timeout. Timeout. There's a Kippery.com. How neat is that? Hey, right on. This Kippery guy, I'm telling you, he's going places. Right, so one thing after another. So here I decided to call because he didn't re-raise for the full raise size there. Here, this is a spot to see bet. Okay, given the business now. Actually don't need to bet that large. I have an excellent hand now. Took it down on table 4 with the c-bet there. Here, I think I'll check this now. Yeah, this is quite nice, giving us the 10 high flush here. And here I'll check it. I mean, I do have the date, which is very helpful. Will mean also means that I'm not gonna fold here. Let's check out what he happens in a moment. What he had in a moment. I'll just check behind. I don't really see any value in betting. Might or might not have called that. You know, maybe I'm being a little bit too conservative, cautious in these spots. And I say I don't see any value. It's up to them to decide if there's value there. Hey, Fridgman! Welcome back to the channel. Nice to see you again. There's no thing as a small stakes professional. Well, if it's what you earn your money with, then you know, I hope to make it a thing. Don't kill my dreams, Kippery. Okay, wow, really? Hang on. So first of all, let me figure out what this dude had in the previous hand. Greg had a king 4 deuce. Double suited, I mean, I know that it shouldn't be. I know now that it shouldn't be a re-raise, but I've certainly re-raised that hand occasionally. Don't really need to come along now. Aces, and he has excellent equity. No good, my friend, no good. We take it at all! We scoop! We scoop! With the wheel there. How nice was that? That's quite alright. No such thing. Don't you be killing our dreams, man. Of course there is. So I think he is feeling it. Wouldn't mind him winning, to be honest. And this is the awesomeness keeps up being awesome. No, it's 3. I checked. Sure about the cold call. Oh, that was the splash the pot maniac there. Let's give him the bad news. Even scoop one more 3 ways. Certainly enjoyed the first time. Do I have my Shazam emotes? Not yet! That's the hold up, boys. I mean, I'm not folding with all the backdoors, I think, and the gutter and all that jazz. And that'll do me just fine. Huge splash up here. Let's check that one out in a moment. Okay, he might have slow played a monster here. And man, we were free rolling him quite hard there. Right, so this I think I'm gonna call. This, I want to be part of it. There's a party going on and I want to be part of it. Of course, would hate to see someone go over the top now. That's a reasonable-ish hand. Certainly frisky. Ugh. You have to do it, right? There's just an insane amount of money in here now. Okay, let's win a big one. Not bad, not bad. We might stand to win a 110 euros 98 cents here. I thought I went all in there. Huh. You couldn't reopen the action. Yes! 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 Unless I'm reading something wrong. Yes! Yes! Wow! There was a party and we were invited. Turns out we were the VIP guest. Oh, Lord. Oh. I got a slight goosebump action going on there. What the deuce? And epic! I'm on a roll on the tables enough. Epic tilter, my friend. That is just so nice of you. Thank you very much for the sub, man. Yeah, Jesus, thanks. I doubt I'll ever be at the point where I go like, thanks for the sub. Yeah, I'm genuinely happy every time this happens. I have plenty of reasons to smile. Now I have a big one, another big one. New icons! I made new emotes and they look, I think, better than the placeholder I had before. There are 2 new additions and all it needs is for Twitch to get off their behinds and approve them. I turned them in like 24 hours ago. I'm still optimistic that maybe they'll come in tonight. But yeah, you certainly deserve them for being a subscriber. That was awesome, Beal. That was a proper Shazam. The headphones back at work. Save me the work to having to clip it. Thanks a bunch. I will highlight it later and tweet it out, I think. Put out a tweet with some highlights. So, by the way, what did everyone have in that huge splash pot there? Everybody was in it, right? No, Dylan. Dylan was a party pooper. And he folded. Honestly, I don't know what the move is here. We are both very deep, so let's play a hand, sure. He's also decently deep. The Splash Mania! For real, man! I know what hand is rolling past you now. Okay. If all the flush draws a gutter and blocker to the broadways, might become interesting. I'm gonna call once with all that. Oh, you were in there! You at the king! Alright, let's check out who you are then on that table. You at the king, Brent. Brent is Kippery. I'll show you in a moment. Okay, here I'll fold. Talk about pre-flop stack of ranges. Those go out of the window. They're so yesterday. Nice hand, thank you. That's how you make a living from these things. Yeah, by having a horseshoe up your butt. Which, was tough to explain to the horse, by the way. And to my proctologist. I think I took that one too far. Should end all my stories one sentence earlier. I do not. Not a single one. I got... Well, that's not entirely true. I did some short stacking on the side and some streams in the last 8 weeks. But other than that, I only started streaming 8 weeks ago, when Run It Once opened. Okay, I'll play a big one, I guess. Thanks again. And Smash the Pot, welcome to the channel, mate. Welcome back, I should say, I think. I'm a bit all over the place right now, don't think less of me if... I should know that if you were here before and I forgot temporarily. Right, so this is a Kippery apparently. We thought kings might be good. I mean, please. Oh, I'm kidding, Kippery, take it easy on me in the future. With a 7 in my hand, I think that is fine. Could actually bet this one larger, I think. Wouldn't mind taking it down now. This is a beautiful turn. Never not good here against Greg, I think. So Fred, who was Fred? Is Fred still here? Okay, he's a splash pot maniac and he gets the blue shot right away. In the splash pot he called with a queen 5-3 deuce, double suited. I mean, famous last words, but still. Queen at 5. I do have the 7. I'm not gonna bet anymore. Happy to take it down now. Should I be able to do that? Nope. 4-7 is good, my friend. What do you have there? Ace 10, 4-7. You're a double gutter on the turn. I guess it's fairish. What else did we have? Then we had Dennis. Is Dennis still on the table here? Nope. Dennis left the building. Benny. Benny is also gone. Man, that was that was quite a thing there. Both of these hands in rapid succession. And turns that translate into us being up 5, 6, almost 7 buy-ins. I know it's embarrassing that it takes me so long to figure that out. Oh, poker players and basic math should be better at that. Actually, not bad at it, but with the buy-ins it always takes me a while. I have no excuse, is what I land on. Now I have a feeling this is the last time this song is being played on this channel. It's a little too... I don't know what. I also kind of called you on autopilot, to be honest. I didn't really think about it. Here I call on purpose. Yeah, actually I'm gonna go for the check raise. So I got it all, right? Top 2 open-ender. Here I have a pair and an open-ender. I'm also gonna call this bet size for sure. Do I have a straight? No, I'm confused myself. No, I don't. I'm gonna bet at least as if I had a straight though. That's a horrible, horrible river. Take it down here. So stuff's happening up here. We have 2 pair. He saves me from being stupid and lets it out. Didn't misread anything there. No. I'm gonna let it go. Nice hand, he says, huh? Frenchie! Welcome back! Do some soccer, huh? We just had 2 insane hands. The clips are in the chat, in case you can see them. Resulting in us sitting on, you know, this stack and this one over here. Really scooped the 5A all in. What was I gonna do? I was gonna Cersei that last track, huh? Damn it. Total lie, it is gonna be played again. Can I go back? Is it gonna go back to that one? Oh yeah. Hang on. Okay. Gone. Shall never be heard of again. And welcome back, of course, Frenchie. Lucky Germany yesterday. I've been told that we have a soccer team, which tells you all you need to know about me and soccer. Yeah, luck. Isn't that just a word you connect with Germany instinctively. You know what? Table 1 and Table 2, I'm not gonna leave just yet. But they look pretty bad. Here we do have a loose aggro and a tight passive dude to our... They're to our left, the right, the people to our right are... People we have position on is Kippery, which is neat, especially when you have the aces there. And the sleepy dude and the tight aggro dude, I mean, eh. The same is true for table 1 here. Yeah, as I said, I'm not gonna leave just now, but certainly gonna consider it at some point. Come on, Kippery, do it. Save us both from Dennis. Kippery would be the most likely to have something here, right? As in the straight. Yeah, he agrees. I somehow smell bullshit, but... What can I do? Kippery knows that the big blind should be leading here a lot. You know, so he is. Nice anti-sing. I'm gonna have to let it go, my friend. Don't know what to tell you. Right, he decided to come over the top. I'm gonna fold it if he wait. It smells like Kippery as well, by the way. Yeah. Five, six, six, seven, no call. I don't recall the hand, unfortunately. If you know the table number, which is why I have them in the overlay, because people are always kind enough to ask questions and give me advice in the chat. I have horrible hand recollection. Let me see if I can... 5, 6, 6, 7, no call. What position was I in? Let's see if I can find it. I think it might have been table 1 or table 3, actually. Sure. Pretty, yeah, 23%. On that spot. Hang on, I'll bring it over in a moment. The screencast from Kippery from the hand. Here's Kippery, that's us. And you know, we had us and Kippery had the most equity there. Right, so about that hand, let me see if I can find it. This one I'm folding for sure. Here, calling seems good. She says 5, 6, 6, 7 now. And the flop. So that was the flop. We had... Oh, actually, we were behind. This dude had a little more. Interesting. Thanks for these, Kippery. Appreciate it. Okay, now I checked all the tables except table 4 for that hand. I can't find the hand, unfortunately. Who was it? Wheels, I think, right? Yeah, Wheel. Sorry. Okay, let's call. Well, I think it's not horrible. Also, if everybody calls and we're closing the action, I'm gonna be in there, I think. Again, not horrible now as played. Just folding it pre is certainly also an option. Let's check it out. It's fine. It's a fine call. Perfectly alright. Steven is you. I know it's you. But don't get me wrong, thanks for saying that. I will, however, leave those tables. Having you deep stacked in position against me is not a great thing. Late position. 5, 6, 6, 7. I assume it was an... Try it again. It was an open position race. Let's check it out. Let's take like the cutoff versus under the gun range. Okay, they're feeling it again. I'm not going to be part of that party. And I assume it was single suited, right? So 5, 6, 6, 7 single suited. And it's perfect to just fold that. I'm not claiming I knew that in the beginning, so this would have been a very, very sweet flop here. Yeah, you know what? One more orbit on this table and I'm gonna let it go. I have to lose aggro to my left. And here I have a blue shirt and Kiperi deep to my left as well. This is not grief that I need to have. Can't hear though. Popping 2 pair. Sounds good to me. And there are 49 entries, so there are plenty of tables to choose from here. It's quite nice. I don't expect Kiperi will bet again. If he does, then I'm very wary of what's going on. Make it another 7, just to... for the heck of it. What did Kiperi have there? Ace Queen 10-6. Hearts and diamonds. Okay, it was a rainbow turn anyway, so that part doesn't matter. Kind of curious to see him bet again. As in, against me, he tends to be in a not because I have any opinion about the play, just because of the dynamic that was between us so far. So if he's kind enough to check, I certainly will bet. Yeah, you know, I really don't do much hit and running anymore. But I do tend to pick my spot on having 2 aggro dudes to my left. Actually, he is now sitting out. So maybe belated order? Okay, then let's quit table 1 and move the other one over there then. Kiperi going to leave soon. Fair enough. Yeah, the other table I explained why I left there. This one, the blue shirt leaves, so I'm fine staying here. Yeah, and I think that's an important part of poker. Do what you're comfortable with and pick the spots you're comfortable in. I certainly try to capitalize on that. part of the game. Where did I move my starter time to? Right now, since I'm having usually engagements on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I switched out the schedule and will only be streaming the evening stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and pick those days for studying. It'll likely change slightly again, but for now. Okay, there's one dude sitting out here. I mean, the 10 to 5 is never a happy combination in a rundown. Check this one out in a moment. If it's okay-ish. I think either way, it's not really horrible. No idea how this dude plays a post. Right, so what I'm gonna do here, Jack 6-5, I think squeeze fold is probably kind of interesting. I was really hoping not to play it 4 ways, otherwise I wouldn't have raised. So call happy dudes on this table, I know that. Right, I was gonna check out the 10-7-6-5, let's say MP, because there was one dude sitting out. Okay, you boys have fun. It's fine, actually. It's perfectly fine. Let's check that one for under the gun then. Seen in here. Wow. He's a proper blue shirt, huh? Take a note on that in a moment. Just want to check out that same hand. What was it? 10-7-6-5 in the cutoff? It's fine. It's a fine race under the gun. Who knew? I certainly... Oh no, he left. He left, I mean, then I don't need to take that note. I think in the cutoff here this is okay to open. Now, probably can't really call much unless he has an 8, so I feel fine. Again, c-betting here. You owe me money. Or are you saying, you know, if that's like a cheeky British accent where you say, you own me money, as in you own my money, then sure, I'll take it. You know that Brits sometimes use the me instead of my. Me mom is a nice person, like in a sentence like that. Here, I think just calling is probably not too hot. I'm still having a tough time in the small blind. I just think I started calling there too much recently, like yesterday. But right, you do that work, Kipri, it was fun. And let me know when you do the streaming. And I'll cut my day short and help you out with your URLs. No, so now I'll block all my own outs here. But I felt closing the action, calling once on the flop is maybe a thing that can happen. Just folding there is probably not horrible either. With me blocking my own outs pretty heavily. Definitely gonna get out of the way now. And that table broke. Wait, oh, he raised. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. And I'm not gonna try to throw questionable money, bad money after questionable money. I'll just check here for now. We'll be back. Yeah, I'm just gonna let it go. It's fair. Didn't even mean to race there in the first place. Ooh, big pot brewing here. Here we have top and bottom, no hearts, but I think I'll bet this anyway. Just a limp pot. I certainly folded wisely. Neato. Queen, Jack, 10-3. In position, yeah, it's probably not a bad call. Just checking, keeping the pot small suits me just fine. Turn a gutter, obviously an overcard. It puts two flushes on there, so I'll just let it go. Tomorrow early evening and midnight. Right on. I'll do my best to send, you know, people your way, because you certainly deserve it, and, you know, I know you didn't have much time this month to get your viewing hours, so I'll help in any way I can. Yeah, then maybe if you start at 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, then maybe I'll do a short stream between like 3 and 4, and then host you, or raid you, rather. Might be a fun thing to do. Talking about fun things and what to do with them. Right, so he showed that he can fold. Plan to capitalize on that on this turn. Gonna bet the pot. Of course with the queen, the king blocker here. Otherwise I wouldn't. Just gonna get the general note can fold pose, cause that's not necessarily evident with his avatar, which is, you know, always just concerning pre-flop stuff, the pre-flop dynamics. Just calling is fine. Very often this can also be the buttons board here, but I figure it's gonna be mine quite often as well. Now I do make the flush. I guess I have some full house outs on top. depending on his bet size, like should he bet? Not sure I'll fold. We do block at river at full house, which, you know, sometimes does happen. They sit there now with jacks, hearts or something. Ace high flush, okay. I guess he had the low straight as well. I think I saw a 4 and a 3, yep. Low straight draw, I should say. The ignorant. Which is a good name for the low end of the straight, I heard. Reminds me of something I read in a book recently, like somebody who had so little charisma, he had charisma. I just found a funny turn of phrase there. Charisma. Can beat you so I forgot to test the PLO 50 waters. Phew. And I do mean that. And I think, you know, in terms of EV, you're definitely up against me. And I do mean that as well. I know you're a better player than I am, and I think it already showed. Closing the action, ace 9-9 deuce. I think either way is fine. Next time I say either way is fine, I'm gonna go with the conservative route. Check this one out, how horrible it is. Wow, I got the Jesus card here. How about that? You make quad aces, and I make the royal flush. What's that sound to you, Dylan? Yeah, it should just be a fold. The ace 2s, ace 5, 6, 7, 8 is completely fine. All the other aces are fine as well. There's no law against him having the better flush here. Unfortunately, I'm working on that. Did have it. I was hoping he'd just have that ace. Ooh, the what now? Got Kippery to our left now. So much for mixing it up to PLO 50 tables, huh? Unfortunately, I had you marked. YOLO. It's YOLO for sure. mean, how can I not raise here, right? That'll do me just fine. That will certainly do me just fine. You know, I wouldn't even be mad if both of them come in there. Doesn't mean we're always winning here, but we're winning this time with them nuts. Shazam! That's a rather nice pot, a €48.46 cents pot. I dig it. These I'm gonna let go. Check these out. I don't know, it pays to be a little bit selective with your kings, and these might be on the edge, but I think they're on the wrong side of things. 10-7. No, a little bit too tight. Not by much, but just a tiny smidgen too tight. Raise fold is perfectly fine. And incidentally, if you're wondering, it doesn't make a difference if they're well suited or not. As in, you know, single suited to the king or just to the 10 as in this case. Same move, raise fold. Checking here sounds good to me. Yeah, sure. No good. Top pair, no good. Right, now we're on a cable with Kipri to my left. Well, I'm gonna stick around for a while. Don't want to be a spoil sport. Party pooper. Just an awesome word, by the way. What you gonna do, Dylan? Calling, huh? Okay, so we have the top pair, we have the 7 as a blocker, and we have the ace of diamonds, and all that makes me want to bet. Can certainly do stuff if diamond comes off here. If we get raised, I can still call. For that very same reason. Okay. And more aces on another table. We get to put the squeeze on. So let's, with the ace-ace, jack 10, suited in diamonds to the ace. Certainly a very nice hand. But jack 10 is just good for pretty much any hand. Oof. And I guess let's draw to that royal, huh? So I'm not really too worried. I mean, I was gonna say I'm not worried about a bunch of turns here like a queen, but a queen certainly would put a full house out there with either the king, queen, or the queens. Certainly not impossible for either to make an appearance here. Everybody checks, and that makes this turn weird-ish. Right, so yeah, I rather optimistically called. No, maybe not necessary. Bottom set, flush draw. Take it down on the other table. It's just gonna go in. If he has a better set, then let's hope, or the straight, then let's hope he doesn't have the flush draw on top, and yeah. I think it's a little bit too strong to fold here. I could be in really bad shape if he has the straight and the flush, but... Okay. Whew. Saved by the bell. I got a bit lucky there. And he had the straight, the lower straight, albeit. And the flush, and he kind of seems call happy. That is not... a little bit loose. He could be dead, basically, there. Saying few. Hey, I say few. No, he's not saying few, he's smiling. I'm saying few, and I do mean that. Again, a very loose call, but there's enough extra money in here. I was closing the action. Certainly some stuff that could happen to me. You know, every once in 100 years, our 4 is good here. And we are certainly chipping up right now. Yeah, right on. Since the session started, up like 9 buy-ins. And to keep it that way, you know, here another sleepy dude, sit down, tight passive, tight aggro. Right across us. I think I'll putty out and close the table. I've been sitting here long enough. I didn't knit it up. He definitely had a chance to win his money back there. Or win my stack. I don't need the heat. If he was, you know, making him lose aggro, then sure, I'll stay. Take the gamble. Yeah, call me knit. You wouldn't be wrong. Case in point of not knitting it up too much. Take it down there. Yeah, you know, I had a nasty 20 buy-in downswing. I'm happy to be up quite a bit today. It's much better for my metal game. Not to lose it, or half of the profit in one hand, or most of the profit in one hand, actually. This is a great flop. Just needs a card with a tiger on it to make it great. Yep. Gonna have to let it go. Always hurts to check fold aces, but meh. That was the spot to do it in. And you know what, I'm not, you know, I shouldn't be getting greedy here, and I'm not, but we didn't have a large splash. Except for 2 on the first day PLO 20 came along, and we had the 80% Super Splash promo. Also a decent reason to leave the table deep. You know, I would hate to put it in against another deep stack in a splash pot. I think I am going to raise this, right? Sorry, over here I mean. If it comes over the top, I let it go. Easy peasy. I think it's too thin. Check out if I'm too nitty there. Actually on the button, you know what, on the button it probably would have been a fine raise. Yeah, it's right on the edge though. but should be a raise call. Noted. Gutter all the back doors, but not a board where I can easily call the c-bet. For that reason, I think I can size it down a little. He doesn't have a 10. It's kind of tough. Frenchie, hey, right. So first of all, hang on. Sorry about that. With all the backdoors and the gutter, I felt calling once here is okay. I have a double gutter. Super Rusher, hey, hang on. Sure thing, I'll whisper it to you on Twitch. Can you send me a whisper on Twitch and I'll get back to you after the stream, if that's okay? Do keep in mind, it's very likely that I can only have your banner up there for another 14 days at most, because then I probably won't be able to advertise any third-party stuff on my channel anymore, due to like a contractual thing with Run It Once. Right now, I'm just a free agent. Like, if you would like to have some background information. But that'll change in a small capacity, and I don't know too much about it yet. Next month, when I will have had the streamer level 2 status for 2 months, and from what I gathered, then I won't be able to advertise third-party stuff anymore. If that's in the meantime, you know, we can certainly talk. And yeah, just send me a whisper and I'll get back to you after the session. Or I can send you the email, like right now, in a whisper. Right. Frenchie, first of all, you should do it. You know, for all the right reasons. It is just too much fun and it's the right point in time. But you're already past the point you want to do it, so... It depends. A second screen does help a lot. It depends, you know, if you're starting out, you don't need a second screen. You can just do it with one. No need to buy anything in the beginning. A headset, I'm certainly going to upgrade my mic, but I would hold off on that until you know how serious you want to take it, how much time you're going to spend with it, and if you want to invest any extra money. So, and other than that, if you want to have music, I can recommend epidemicsound.com. I tried Pretzel Music and Monster Cat, and a lot of that music sounded like bubblegum tastes. And I quite like Epidemic Sound, which is what is playing now. And the rest is all free. Get OBS Streamlabs, and I'm very happy to help you out on Discord, and you know, we can have a voice chat or whatever. And can give you a whole bunch of pointers, because a lot of people have been very kind, have been helping me out with a lot of advice that I wouldn't know otherwise, because I've been a Twitch noob 8 weeks ago. I was a Twitch noob, I should say. I still am, but you know, it was just the wrong tense. Doesn't matter. I tend to ramble on. Yeah, you don't need to really buy anything. You need some sort of webcam. In the beginning, any webcam is fine. And that's pretty much it. The rest is all free to the software you can get for free. And as I said, hit me up on Discord and I'll be very happy to help out as much as I can. Actually, checking here is probably not horrible. There's not... If the board pairs, I'm not going to be too sad. There's not going to be that many full houses here. On the other hand, I do have the second nuts, and why not try to get some money in there? Right, so let me check if you sent me a Whisper already. Actually, I can send you one. Hang on. No, I can't because it's happening in this little window I have on the side. Send me a Whisper, Super Rusher. If you're still interested with what I just said about how long I can put the banner up. Yeah, let me know if you want to have more information right now, Frenchie, and put something in the chat, and I'll answer to the best of my abilities. I'll just check this. I do have the queen as a blocker. I have the back door. Okay, then I'm gonna bomb it pretty hard, I think. So how are my other tables looking? Tight aggro, aggro, tight aggro, very tight. Wouldn't be surprised if he calls, wouldn't be surprised if he folds. It's a fine bluff here, especially with the fives. And the run out in general, like all the other stuff didn't get there. I'll just call it and I'll check out if it should be a squeeze. Hang on, curious. Certainly not a horrible flop, all in all. A squeeze fold. There's a very confusing page there, but it should be a squeeze fold now. Okay, with the other backdoor then yeah. Because my front door flush is only to the second nuts. That certainly plays a role here in a multi-way situation, I feel. Right, giving us... Oh right, good computer with decent processing power. Yeah, what do you have right now? Okay, I'm not gonna try anything here. Unless they both checked, then I might be tempted to. Actually, that 10, I should have thought a little more before checking. Seeing that they all... I'm not blocking the straight, of course, but seeing that they all checked in rapid succession, maybe just bombing it there on the turn might have been interesting. You know, the i7 is a strong processor, like any i7, no matter how old. So if you're not looking to buy a desktop for other reasons, then I would by all means try it out with the existing setup first. Yeah, I mean, you can hook up external screens. I think I heard a cat. Let me check that. Huh. Apparently him phantom cats now. Yeah. So that should be more than enough. And if you buy a desktop, then I would consider going AMD these days. You know, for the longest time, Intel was the go-to answer when it came to what computer should I get. Because AMD didn't really have anything to offer. Now they have awesome stuff. But yeah, by all means, I'm sure the i7 on your laptop is going to be more than fine. I don't know what Windows you have. If you're like me and you were stuck with Windows 7 by choice for a long time, then for the streaming it's certainly a smart idea to upgrade to Windows 10, which I had put off until the streaming thing happened, but now I've finally bitten. What's it in English? Bitten the bullet. And it certainly helped. My computer was quite laggy on Windows 7 when streaming, and there was no reason for it to have a decent i7 as well in here. Like 2 years old, 16 gigs of RAM. I guess if you don't have it, then an SSD is certainly gonna be helpful in the laptop. But I'm assuming you have one in there, which everybody does these days. Which again, once you're streaming, it's not gonna make much of a difference, I believe. It's not that much hard drive I/O operations going on during the stream. At least not so much that the SSD is gonna make a difference in performance while streaming. Oh shit. Yeah, I don't curse a lot, but fuck. I mean, you know, of course, in terms of buy-ins, it's only 6 buy-ins, but ugh. In terms of money, it's 300 euros, and that is a lot. I'll just check it. Medium strength flush here. We can make some full houses. He bets and this is kind of a strange bet size. Oh, this is the dream. I was just gonna say, yeah, I maybe should have just called, but now, you know, we're gonna play for it all. Kazilab. That's exactly, wow. That is exactly right. It is so very easy with OBS. I tried a bunch of OBS versions, and I find Streamlabs OBS to be the one that suits my needs the best. Don't get there. Don't get... No, come on, do it. Yeah! That was so tough for us to draw out there. But, you know, you did it to yourself with a crap hand. And that was so very satisfying to pull out on him. That was... You're in bad shape once the turn, the flush rolled off there. I'm gonna give you the few. I'm also gonna take a note on you. This certainly needs watching. Get the lol. I have a feeling I know who the loler is. Right, so he 3-bet 9 versus... Now he has aces. And he loses. Oh, I didn't mean to sound like that. I mean, this... It's not that I wish him anything bad. It's just funny, nevertheless. But it's easy to be amused once you're up and winning. What do they call it on high stakes poker? Chirping chips. You got chirping chips. Because then you can start chirping like a bird. You tend to be talkative when you're ahead. I'm always talkative when I stream, but the concept is still valid. So he had Queen 8 will do. More shenanigans going on here. And he had a set again. This is painful. He is wide open now, I feel. Gonna get a pink shirt for now. And whoever's lolling it up here should really stop. We would like to keep this guy around. Genau der. Einen schönen guten Abend, der Herr. I think der Herr. Very good evening to you, sir. More shenanigans coming up here. Right. Definitely get a second screen, a mic, and a webcam. I was told to get a Yeti mic and a Logitech webcam. What do you think? I've heard good stuff about the Yeti mics. I'm still in the market for a new mic myself. I'm putting it off for... I don't want to necessarily take much money out of the bankroll right now. Putting it off for another few weeks. But if you want to take the plunge right away and spend, some rather serious money on it, then the Yeti mic is... I heard good stuff. I only spent one evening browsing through some of the reviews, so keep that in mind when I say I heard good stuff. Here I c-bet once, because why not? He found a fold here, by the way. Wow, and we're deep against Isaac. What do we know about Sim? Splash the button maniac, that is... What happened? Low dice here. Ah, thanks for the Shazam. And that is the dream, genau there. That is the dream when you have tables like these. Got very deep. And how did you end up? I think I need to bet this. You know, I almost just called here, and I think there's a argument to be made for just calling. Here I came over the top. Now I have top 2, because why not? I mean, they're coming over the top, not the top 2 here. He folds, and that is alright by me with 2 flushes on there. Flush draws. Yeah, that's the dream, you know, they're awesome. We had it once or twice. We had like one time when we had Derek at the table who was just super nuts. Played for the 1,250 big blind part with him. And like a week ago, last Saturday or something, we had like 2 absolutely nutty tables. One table we had 2.5 Dereks, and the other one we had 1.5. And it was just... but swingy as heck. And you know what? 8 pints or so. Wow. Well done. Do I have my icons? Not yet! I would have a good one. Here, this... letting it go isn't terrible either. Let's check it out. In a moment after the pre-flop is done. You know, I think 3-ways, unless there's a Broadway rep here, they're gonna have a tough time calling. Hopefully. I don't see this dude slow playing. And he was the original raiser there. And I like how that went. It's gonna do something. Right, I was gonna check out that hand. What was it again? It was MP, we were in the cutoff. Cutoff versus MP, and we had 7, 6, 3. It's right on the edge. It should be folded, but it's really close, I assume. 6-4 is the call. Okay, this time I'm definitely gonna dial back on the c-betting if the small blind is in here. He, generally speaking, hits the board pretty hard. Really? Must have been a misclick. Okay, no, I don't need to bluff. I was considering going for a bluff here. I'll just check it behind. Okay, so min bet with the top pair, the open-ender. Backed on that flush. Interesting. Such a noob. Oh, don't worry about it. You know, these days you don't really need to know too much about computers. They just work very often, especially with the newer Windows versions. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Plenty of other things to know about. And you do have Windows 10, perfect. You know, I wouldn't have said that before. I hated Windows 10. For where it doesn't, not important why. But for the streaming, it's working quite nice, and I do have a... I tweaked mine with, you know, a classic shell, have the classic start menu and all that stuff. Big pot up here. e5 is king, and he had crap. To check out how the hand went pre-flop in a moment. He just called, but he called very large raises. This dude on, like this dude on table 1 here. Yeah, I got raised. I mean, I just completed the Limpy Limp. The splash, sure. Don't really see him betting here too much now. What do you have? Looked like the low straight or... No, low full house, okay. Now here I could actually be good. I think I am good. You didn't play kings like that. I think I'll call this. Pretty neat. Right, so even though here I have I do have a tight aggro to my left who covers me. I think I'll stick around for a while. I could leave the table, try to hopefully join the same one. Toby's! Hey Toby's, welcome back mate. You're asking at a great point in time. Today's session, or just today. Actually it sounds slightly better for this session because it's one buy-in more. We're up almost 10 buy-ins. We're up 8.5, something like that right now. I know, it should... Right, you know what I think I'm gonna putty out. I'm gonna play it safe. You can think of me whatever you like. I'm having a very nice day at the tables. And I would hate to lose a sizable amount of buy-ins here in one hand. Against the tight aggro to my left. Him I don't mind the loose passive, and you know, obviously I love him. But still. Talking about emotes, let me refresh the chat window, maybe that helps. Oh, they're still not there. What's taking so long, Twitch? Last time it took them like less than 24 hours to confirm them. Approve them, I should say. Oh well. Yeah, this is the first, one of the best PLO 20 sessions so far. Just checking if I am autopiloting anything. Oh no, sorry, I meant down here when I checked my hand. Thought you saw, and still not used to only being one table. Only one table being on the screen. You're Spencer, hey Spider-Void. Then you heard what I just said. I'll try to rejoin the table, but then that's... And I am at the same table, yeah. Sorry for going south there. It's not gonna be a thing that I'm gonna be doing forever. But yeah, you heard the explanation. No reason to bore you with the same words yet again. And then you get a shirt. You get the orange shirt, meaning a friend of the channel. Can't win. Time to shot take? Not quite yet. Not quite yet. And this is the session that actually just now brought me over into being profitable on PLO 20 now Citizens opened. I had a 20 buy-in downswing in the beginning, which is also playing a part in why I'm not trying to risk 3-4 buy-ins in one hand. At least not with a good player to my left here, tight aggressive dude. In this case, Spider-Void. And thanks, Tobies. It makes me happy to be able to say that finally. That things are... That the dealer is agreeing with my take on how things should be going. Yeah, I can't win. All in good time. With the shot taking. Once I have close to 100 buy-ins for the... I'm gonna take shots earlier, but I would prefer to have 100 buy-ins for each level that I'm making my main... that I am making my main game. With one dude sitting out, I wonder... Tight aggro... It's kind of iffy. Here, I'm gonna have to let it go. Interesting bet sizing, the third. Don't see that too often right now. And that's what makes it interesting, you know, because I used to the third bet size a lot in the beginning of the streaming. Not really sure why I don't right now. Can't really give a good explanation why. But my point is you don't see it too often on the tables. And it's nice to see it. There's a whole bunch of merit to betting in 1/3. Yeah, in case I didn't show with the kings, I got re-raised and I folded them. And this one go here. The 8-9 part is nice, the 3 part... Ugh. Gotta let it go. Let's check this one out. What is it? Ace 9-8-3. Actually shouldn't even be raised, but the 8-4 should be a raised fold, so that is perfectly fine. Can't do much over here. Let's watch here. So Spider-Void, you're definitely sitting in a good place, in a good seat on a great table with Sean there. Get him, Spider. Go get him. So not too many playable hands just right now. I shall not complain, we had an insane amount of action in the first 45 minutes. Check this one out in a minute too, maybe it's too loose. Okay, top and bottom with a block or two straight. I heard a noise. Sizzling better decided to follow. Thank you very much. It's just one action-packed day. The chain end is great, the Trentor's great. The pure action we had on the tables earlier. And a whole bunch of viewers. I'm not used to that viewer number at all in the evenings. That is quite a thing to see. Thank you everybody for tuning in and sticking around. Let's watch here. So purple shirts are players that are very active. I think we might downgrade them to a blue shirt once more. Like active in a crazy players. That's the direct way of describing what that shirt color means. Yeah, case in point, Sean raised a Jack 10-9-3, Singer suited. Seems a bit weak in any position. Right. This is a board where I would be doing a lot of leading. Okay, you keep it then. Ten, 9, 8, 7, so perfect rundown. Triple suited, that part isn't nice, but I think closing the action it is okay-ish. It's a nice rundown after all. So except for the pair and the blocker, we don't really flop anything. I expect we won't live to see a turn here in this hand. Yeah, I think he's gonna get downgraded to the blue shirt. His crazy 5 minutes are over. He lost a bunch of buy-ins in short order and then went a little bit mental for a while there. This is certainly a nice hand. Perfectly double suited rundown, King Queen, Jack 10. And in case you would like to know, there are right now 34 entries, not players, entries. You can have up to 6 entries yourself. At the PLO 20 pool, 33 at PLO 50, 3 Brave Souls battling it out at PLO 200. Except for the fact that we don't have any diamonds, this is quite a nice flop. I'm betting this one quite big. Hey, had he gotten all in, you know, we would have played for it all. That 7 isn't great. Then again, there aren't that many great turns on this board. This one is particularly unpleasant though. Against the pot size, I'm gonna have to let it go. Here in a splash, it's a bit... There's one dude sitting out still. Let's check it out if that was too tight on my end. And this right now is certainly the action table here, table 3. And that's actually perfect, that fold with the ace deuce. The ace 3 is a different matter. These are all raise calls. With the ace 5 deuce there. I don't think squeezing is necessary, just sort of curiosity, how big could I make it? Quite big. Okay. I think I actually want to lead this. It's small this time. It's sort of a blocker bet, and also because I blocked the jack by proxy. I have all the cards in my hand that usually go with the jack. And that worked out nicely. Can stop the explanation right there. Yeah, and yeah, the other part is, so it's gonna be tough for a lot of hands to call there that don't have a jack. And the ones that do have a jack have a tough time raising because they can't have the nut flush draw on top. So I had that. Okay, let's do the limp pot special here and the splash pot special and do the power limp. Which only happens in the limped splash pots on my end. I think I'll just let this one go. Now it gets interesting. And speaking of interesting, he got called and then checked this turn here. Doy boy! Welcome to the channel. And he had a king? I mean, there's no law against him having the king jack here, right? Or just getting frisky with a top set flush draw, something like that. Maybe jack blockers, who knows? I'm gonna have to give it up. Let's check it out what the blue shirt had there, what Sean had. More importantly, what the other dude had. Isaac had the Queen 9 6-5, really? I mean, double suited, he had clubs, but let's give him a different shirt. He doesn't need a blue shirt, he needs a green shirt. He's calling very carelessly. Right, Kazilab, that is an excellent question, and I think that one is still up very much for debate. Hang on. First of all, good stuff's happening down here. This one I'm gonna bomb. I took it down on table 2 because I'm not blocking continuation ranges. I don't have spades, I don't have a queen, jack 10. So they can continue with a lot of stuff that hopefully doesn't hit the turn. That'll do me just fine. You know, I'm not claiming I'm anything but a simple mind myself when it comes to PLO. I'm not trying to undersell anything. I have very much to learn, is what I mean. I've a lot to learn. To phrase that better. So right, in these splashes. So I'm just gonna tell you like anecdotes, I guess. So at the PLO 10 splashes, people went mental all over the place. So it was quite a profitable strategy to limp aces up front, then, you know, give them the business and come over the top. And at PLO 20, that people going mental thing is still a thing, which is why I have the abbreviation Splash the Pot Maniac now, STPM, just for note-taking purposes. Check here. And so right, and besides these anecdotes, I think actually betting the turn here is probably not horrible. Yeah, hardly ever win this. Ah, he got there in the end. Too bad. Right, so people still go crazy. They still widen their ranges a lot. And I think doing the same is not the right way to do it. So widening the range maybe a little. And like limping speculative hands up front. Like, you know, bad single pairs. Like the 7-7 or 3 single suited, something like that. Or even, you know, 7-7, 5-4 single suited, something like that. Is a thing. Then be ready to fold if somebody does come over the top. As I said, at PLO 20 that doesn't happen all that often. PLO 10 it wasn't that was the norm, so that wasn't the way to go. So observe the stake you're playing, what happens in these splash pots, and figure out if limping should be a thing every once in a while with the weaker hands. And otherwise stick to more or less your normal ranges. There's extra money in there, depends on the splash size. You know, if it's a 24 big blind splash, which is the largest of the small splashes, so to say, then you can certainly open up a little, then there's a lot of money in there. But other people are opening up as well, so keep it within reason is my tentative advice. And that all goes out of the window once you get to the big splashes, which are, I think we've seen 400, something in between possibly, then 800 and 1000 big blind splashes. And you know, unless you're insanely deep against another dude, or you have like quad deuces in your hand as your pocket cards, then just put it in and enjoy the ride, provided you have a sufficient bankroll and you're not going to be tilted if you lose with a good hand or just lose in general. Yeah. Globally, PLO 20. No, Kasilev, I got you. I just wanted to say that I'm not talking from a position of having a master plan there. Globally, you can definitely check Jan Anders whenever he's playing. He's playing PLO 20. And other than that, I actually don't know any streamer that plays PLO 20 on the regular. So with all the backdoors, the gutter, we're certainly gonna call here. Here we get a spot. Spencer, Spider, you chipped up nicely there. Well done. So I don't really know anyone who streams PLO 200 right now. Your best bet is to follow Jay Nandes, and he's streaming a lot now on, wow, what a turn. On Run It Once. Like he streamed every day the last 2 days. 3 days possibly. Right, so this I'm gonna check. Don't really need to get raised here if he come. Wait, first of all, one thing after another, hang on. He checks and I'll check again. Not a happy river. Please be good. Nope. He bets full pot and I'm probably gonna have to let it go. He could be full of it. We do have a gutter ourselves and a nut flush draw, but it's a little bit too weak, I think. Up here, I think a small value bet is maybe a thing. But I scratched it. I'm not really sure what he calls me here that I beat. Yeah, first of all, congrats on living in California, Doughboy. I spent a few wonderful weeks there, and it is indeed the place to be. Let's check this one out in a moment. Gonna let it go now. Check behind here for starters. And yeah, Jane Anders is unfortunately the only answer that comes to mind. If anybody in the chat knows of a PLO streamer that plays PLO 200 on the regular, or just ever, on Run It Once, then by all means share. But I feel I know most of the PLOs, of the streamers right now. Just strange enough, but nobody comes to mind. From what I saw on the Jane Anders tables, however, on his streams, the tables are good, the action is good. Right, so let's check out that huge part on here. Was the cutoff at the Queen Jack 8-8 double suited. I think the raise is fine. The call, I have no idea. We're gonna have Queen Jack 8-8, right? It's perfect. Raise call, just fine. No worries there. Let's try this, and min racer, okay. Let's not have any of that. Certainly on the lighter end here, I think. This hand isn't nearly as good as it looks. Neither is this flop. Then again, it doesn't look all too hard either. Here, I can certainly call, having a wrap, backdoor flush. And very disguised, like a 3, 4, 5 rolling off here. People usually discard these straight, so I do, certainly. Just checking behind you. Let's take spades now, I mean... Let's try it. Here, deuce rolls off. I mean, giving us a flush... Oh, I took it down on table 4 with the bluff there. I think I will call this. I usually don't on paired boards. He's very aggressive. He can bet any range of hands here, and my flush and straight might still be very good. Just check it out. Not gonna try anything. Yeah, just bet top pair, so that part was spot on. Spider-Void, you made out like a bandit. Good game, man. Against this dude, I think calling once... Maybe not. Not because of the turn now. You should have just folded it. Oh, interesting. Right. You know, that's you. How much action at PLO right now? Let me check that for you. 26 entries PLO 20, 26 entries PLO 50, 2 entries PLO 200, and nobody playing PLO 10, which has been kind of dead ever since PLO 20 arrived. Guess most people wanted to play a little bit higher. Or they just followed me up, take my money. And a little bit earlier we saw... So this is definitely in the lower end of what I've seen during the weekdays in the last, say, 2 weeks, where traffic has been rising steadily. So for reference, I think I normally saw around this hour, like somewhere between low 50s and high 60s at PLO 20 and around the 40s at PLO 50. So for a small side, it's certainly not doing bad. You know what, guys? I think I should take like a 5-minute break in a moment. Noticing I'm not focusing on the game too much right now. Don't get me wrong, it's not your fault. I love the talking. Yes, duh. Sure you know that by now. But just a short break is a smart move. Let's do it. Honestly, I have no idea, Kazilab. I was worried about it myself. Like, generally worried. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna try this side out, but I'm sure it's not gonna be... I didn't think there would be good action, because, you know, everybody who knows who knew Run It Once when it opened were the people on Reddit and 2+2. And you know, how many weak players do you have here? And case in point of me needing a break, I should never have checked here. See if I can salvage the situation with the 6 blocker. But being the 3 better, there's not much checking going on this board, certainly there isn't. Luckily I did it out of position, I might have checked a strong hand there. And even more luckily he bought it. But yeah, gonna roll a smoke and go for a short break. So yeah, I have no idea. I mean, Jay Hernandez is pushing the side as much as he can. He's doing wonderful work. He really is. Talking about wonderful, and things working. How nice is that of him? So yeah, Jay Hernandez is now promoting the site as much as he can, and I guess, wow, I guess the streamer promotion is is playing a decent part in that as well. Those spots are really tough when you flop the world there, because it's so hard to get any money in. If you check and then bet any turn, then it's just gonna look so suspicious. I think checking it down until the river is probably the way to go. And then try to get money in then. I think that's gonna be my battle plan for similar spots, because they do come up like once or twice a session or day. I visited, I was mix up the sands. I was in the San Diego. We were in the San Diego area. Before that, I spent a year in the US, so we took a trip to California to like my host mom's aunt or dad's aunt, doesn't matter. She lived in something valley, which I know is not helpful because you have a lot of something valleys in California. But I love the statement, and as corny or as cheesy as it might sound, the eucalyptus trees are the bomb. And those are, you know, I'm not into nature in the sense that I can tell you what plant is called and what the features of them are. But I'm certainly an end user of nature, and the eucalyptus tree, man, that did it for me. I'd love to live in a place that has them. Yeah, I'm gonna give up. And folds, that's probably a large part in it as well, yeah. The splash pots, which are amazing. No huts, no player ID is certainly huge for recreationals. I was on the fence very much myself, having relied heavily on huts in the past. No, I don't mind. The dynamic avatars do their part in allowing me to get a feel for the table. And that's really all I was worried about. I wish I could remember the name of that valley. It was Southern California for sure. Like, it didn't take too long to get to San Diego, like 90 minutes, something like that, possibly. San Bernardino? Bernardino? Is that a place in California, or am I mixing that one up? If so, if yes, then it was close to there. Yeah, I think that was close there. You fill in the missing letters. San Bernardino, something like that. In any case, I think I deserve a break after 2.5 hours. The first stream tonight with the Jay Hernandez raid went on for almost 6 hours. So yeah, my head is a little bit light right now. So I'll do that, and I'll be back in less than 5 minutes. Thank you everybody for watching so far. Should you have better things to do, then by all means do them. For players that maybe are here for the first time, if you want to be informed about when I go online, consider dropping a follow to the channel, then you get a Twitch message. If not, that's fine, just check out the schedule or just come back whenever you like. Chances are I'll be here, seeing to the stream almost every day, and almost 8 hours or more every day. One more hand here before the break. Right, that's that. And I'll leave you watching this action table here. Aces against Ace King, that's not going to help his mindset. He's been having a tough go at it the whole time, this Sean. So enjoy the craziness that hopefully ensues. I'll be back in a few. And we're back. Thank you very much for sticking around, everyone. That's quite a thing. What ended up happening down here? Did Sean go crazy? Let's check out the other stacks. He might have. Yeah, see some bigger stacks there. That is certainly a nice board. So we have the gutter two nuts, we have the nut flush draw, we have a blocker. Two straight at the same time, and, you know, top pair and all that. That 6 is not a happy card. It's pretty much the first card in the deck. From maybe a 5 or 8. I still have so many outs, and this is a very decent bet sizing of him. Okay, check call seems to be the way. Could certainly be behind now. Doesn't look like it. Check out what he had there. Ooh. King, Jack 8, really? So you shouldn't have that many 7s, right? Have that many straight draws either under the gun. Neat. Maybe betting smaller. Well, actually, I don't mind how this went down. And right now, player pool is pretty much unchanged. 27, 27 entries at PLO 20 and 50, and 4 entries again at PLO 200. That reminds me, we're one table short. And while the last half hour hasn't been very action-packed, we didn't lose much or any I think. Check out how the day has been going in total. And I think we have a Kippery sighting here, right? That's the orange? Yep, that has to be Kippery. Just gonna lead this. Alright, so things happening all over the place here, you know, things are good. Here, it's pretty amazing as well, where it came over the top. Not blocking the spades. Getting a little bit bigger is the way to go. And here I'm just gonna pot it now. Took it down on the other table. This is very unfortunate, he's never gonna fold now. I have to try. Okay, my friend. Try this again. He took it down here. That was quite a call. This Kippery dude, he might have reads on how I do things. With the jack in my hand and Did not flush out. That is cool. Although against Keperi, I think checking there is more fun. Although I pretty much flopped the world except, you know, a straight that would have me behind right now. Certainly not in bad shape on that board. Woot! Doughboy, hey, thanks for the follow. Right, so I think I just gave you an update, but in case you didn't hear, 29 at PLO 20, 26 at PLO 50, and 4 entries at PLO 200. And it seems to be one of the slower nights. I definitely saw way bigger player pools during the week in the last 1.5, 2 weeks. And man, what a call down there with Jack 3. Wow. On the turn, I mean. The river was fair enough, but small bet there. Still quite a little bit surprised by how that went down. Pot sized, huh? That's good news. Aw, no fair. Right, so having lost that one pot, chipped up on the other table though a little bit. Up 7 buy-ins for the day. And for the session 8. Neato. Right, talking about neat, this ain't. Have to let it go. Certainly a fine fold. Just checking, double checking if I made like an auto fold, not if I would have hit. That is never important. As long as I'm happy with the pre-flop fold. Again, a spot I should by now know. Honestly, I don't. I always think cold calling is like the worst option there. Let's check it out in a moment. Except when you hit the nuts. Then of course it's GTO. It's close, you know, the queen 3 should be a raised fold. Oh, okay. Okay. So this technically should have been a fold, but otherwise it should be a raised fold, not a call. Oh! I certainly had him in rather rough shape with just a nut flush draw there. Yeah. certainly a little bit more frisky than, you know, should be a thing. Right. So making 2 pair now. With an open ender, I guess? No. Gutter. Interesting spot coming up over here in a moment. I'll just check here, the nuts haven't really changed, but now I can't fold with a 2 pair and a flush draw. I came out of top pre, by the way. Ooh, we might be able to punish Kippery here. Hang on. Get there, get there. Nope. Didn't get there. Get a call. Flop the wheel. Money is going in. Here, we are out, of course. Is he gonna do it to us twice? Nope. And here on table 4 by a call to turn, there was of course a perfect bet size to do it against. Betting half pot there, we had more than enough equity to keep calling. With the 9 blocker, maybe sometimes a check raise, but it's a decent hand for that table. Let's hope Sean does something. Took it down on table 3 pre. I like that. Let's watch this. Splash the button mania? No, not quite. Thing I folded. Aces against ace, jack, jack, king. Fair enough. Took it down on table 3 with the bet there. Yeah, and this is one of the spots where limping medium strength hand is maybe doable. We are double suited. Just go for it. I think more often than not it should be folded. This dude, however, seems to be pretty wide in splash pots. Like, not judging by the last hand he played, but what I saw earlier. All in all, I think folding is nicer here. I have a feeling this is another Kippery sighting here. got something in my eye there. Even closing the action. I'd rather not. Let's see if we can find some showdowns by Lucas there. Because he might need a shirt. Stuff's happening over here. Yeah, so he raised under the gun the Jack 9 7 deuce. Double suited, famous last words. Let's give him a blue shirt, that's pretty much all I need to know, right? That's why I'm gonna put call here. Ooh. How neat is that? Iffy. I have to let it go. It was a very optimistic call. I have no idea if this can be called, by the way. Yeah, okay, he's losing it. Give him the purple shirt. Nice hand, you say. I have a feeling you don't mean that, sir. I'm gonna have to fold this one against aggression, unfortunately. Even if he's the aggressor, I mean, it's gonna hurt. Right, so once again, checking here, and wow. Raised, huh? Well, let's do this one first. I'm gonna let it go, even though I don't trust him one inch. Doesn't mean he can't have it. Bad seat. You look like Floki. Oh, from Vikings? I'm just gonna take that one at face value. Bad seat. Well, take that one as is. If he comes down. You do add some stuff. We did add some stuff, I mean. I'm just gonna let it go. Here in a streamer versus streamer hand. I'm just gonna check behind. Like a little putty cat. Right, so I'm gonna put that one into the box of things I cherish, like mentally speaking. One of the first days I've gotten... Somebody came into the channel and told me I sound like Bob Ross. And now I've been told I look like Floki, so... You know, if I ever write a book and I need something for the blurbs, that's gonna be it. Like, I have been told I sound like this, I have been told I look like that. Right. So we're blocking all the sets here. You know, most of them. We have top 2, have a blocker to the Broadway and a gutter ourselves. That'll work. See if we can get some action here against the purple shirt. I mean, okay. If free rolling us, then we have to take it. Not gonna fold here. Take this one down? No, we just split it, right? Yeah. Took it down here which is unfortunate. I mean, not really, but still. Would have been nice to see Lucas come over the top there, but now he built a little stack there. Maybe he's being protective of it. Have to keep an eye on him. Maybe not, he's now back to his raising ways, and that'll do it for us, right? This, yep, Neo. I certainly folded fine. Ooh, maybe he's, you know, angry now. Nope. So, what did he have there? Let me check. I bet the other dude folded. And you think coming over the top is the thing here, huh? Let's give it one call. Yeah, I'm not doing anything but check fold here. I want to play as many hands as I can against Lucas there. Wait, here, sorry. Let me move that out of the way. Just want to figure out what Gordon here on table 1 had. I saw like a 10 and a 9 and spades. That's unfortunate, I think. Well, we are closing the action. It's going to be a huge pot. Let's be in there. And not the droids we're looking for at all. Oh, he had 9s. He had a set of 9s. That certainly makes sense there on table 1. This is an interesting card. Thank you. Kippery confirmed, man. Wait, what? At the fold? There's like a psych there. You, he says, and I understand. What a weird moment. Let's watch here first. Okay, take it down. I'm definitely blocking his continuing range here, continuation range. Which is why I bet small, or... Ooh, we got a beautiful hand on another table. Let's make some kippery bucks. Oh, hopefully. The ace king 7 double suited. How neat is that? Oof. And we're done. Right, so I wonder if I should, you know, against a full stack I would check raise it. I think this is a decent spot to do it with. To do it in, and I think I'm still gonna do it. So here, no, I'm basically never gonna win. He just calls, which is just so weird with how little he has behind. Who knows, maybe we're still good. We are. Oh, he had a 6, never mind, he had a 6. I mean, I wouldn't have folded for the V-raise, so still, range. I don't mind how this went. Just a fine spot to raise in. Hmm. I guess I got a kippery discount there. Wait, it's not like I would have called anything higher. He's quite a character. The Finns, man. I know some Finns. They're crazy people. In the best way possible. But definitely crazy. This might help to win a chunk back here against the purple shirt. Yes, please. Come over the top, please. No, okay. Iffy turn. River. Yeah, of course it gives us the nut flush, but there's a whole bunch of full houses out there now. But still, just close my eyes. Yeah. Top full house is good. And I think I'm no longer playing my A game there, so maybe it's time to end the stream fairly soon. Definitely not getting into tilt territory, I don't have any reason for that, but I think I'm gonna have better spots coming up tomorrow. Speaking about decent spots, this is certainly a good one. I completed here closing the action, so sure I can call the bad kings. Yeah, I'm just gonna check. And gonna let it go. And if he comes over the top here, I'm gonna let it go as well. Yep. The min raise, really. But still. If we were 100 BB at the start of the hand, then yeah, I'd probably consider going all in here. Yeah, so I did some damage to myself there. Got a little bit damaged by the dealer, but still. A very nice session up. Almost 5 buy-ins. Still, I'm very happy with that. But yeah, I think what I said holds true. Living to play another day is probably the move right now. And let's 3, 4, 5 more minutes. Then I'll do just that. Find somebody fun to host. Let's check out who's online. Interesting. Giving us top set with the blockers to the nuts, so for that reason I think I'll go for it. So many blockers there. And ended up taking it down. This one I'm gonna leave alone.
Wir verkünden den...
I'm sorry about that. 4-4 equals the nuts. Oh, he's actually playing... There's a dude out there, Aruklas, fellow Run It Once streamer, who is playing PLO. PLO 50 by the looks of it, yeah. And 2 poker stars, zoom tables, no limit. 25. Yeah, let's go with him then. Right. I think one more, but once the blinds reaches into this table, I'm gonna start closing tables, and then the black blinds come around next. Certainly has been a very satisfying session, being up quite a bunch. Barring the last 10, 15, 20 minutes. I was pretty happy with how I played. And of course very happy having so many of you keeping me company. Sure. Against you, hell yeah. You know what? You have to go with this one. I don't want to let this guy in. If he has a set or something, you know, here, then we're in really rough shape, but if he has something you can fold, and it's got to be heads up against a crazy dude, and I don't mind taking the variance there. Just calling seems to be the worst option. Instead of folding or going all in, I think. We do have the backdoor flush. Ooh, we have some stuff here. As in the current nuts. And take it down. Please fold, good sir. Not your day to die. And everybody folds, and that's awesome. Kazilov, cheers till next time. Hopefully, man. Always happy to have you in the channel. And next time will come up tomorrow. Like unless, well, no, I'm gonna do the like 1 hour stream and then host the Kipperi at like 3 o'clock. And then other than that, I will start streaming in the evening. Like either as per schedule at 10 o'clock Central European time. Or I will start a little bit earlier, at like 8, 9. I sent out a tweet. In case you want to follow me on Twitter, be informed when I start my streams. That is pretty much what I use Twitter for. I don't spam otherwise. make that a reality. Sit out, choose the right one. Oh, tables next BB, yep. And it has been a long day, like 9 hours of streaming. Let's watch here, yeah. Right, so here I decided to do a frisky, it's probably not a horrible call, just to call against the button open, and decided this is a good board for me to lead on. And I still think that is true. One last hand down here. And I think we're gonna go for broke here. Rarely winning this showdown. Sometimes I do, but you know. He calls up there, and that means we're never good. Hit Jack 10, 10, 7. Yeah, I can't really do much when it wants a 7. So he has trips here. Here, however, we might take it down depending on the turn and the action leading up until that. With the backdoor flush the wrap, I'm certainly not folding. That'll do it for me. I'm only checking because this dude is bet happy. And we have the unadulterated nuts. How neat is that? That's the way the hand went down. Gee, I'm gonna be very optimistic here. Okay. A few more hands up here and then we're done. Oh, and it looks like Aruklas is just finishing up his session, so I'll find somebody else to host, basically. I figured it out. Hope to make it somewhat fun. And one more hand coming up here. Queen, Queen, 10, 10. Certainly fine open. Right, that's it for tonight. Thanks everybody for watching. Should you wish to be informed whenever I come online, then consider following the channel. Otherwise, wow, somebody just did. Zuala, hey, thanks a lot for the follow, man. Or lady, as the case may be. Right, so if you want to be informed by Twitch, then do as Zuala did and follow the channel. Otherwise, just check their schedule or check back in whenever you like. I stream every day for long hours usually, and with that I'm gonna keep it short. Thanks for keeping me company, see you around, and I'll try to find somebody fun to host. Until then. Oh, hang on, let's check out how we made out. Might be interesting. 5. The number is 5 buy-ins, pretty much to the cent. Good stuff.